There's a belief many of us grow up with: when I'm old, my family will take care of me. It's comforting, familiar. But for millions of older adults, that story doesn't unfold the way they thought it would. Sometimes children move across the country or the world. Sometimes relationships become strained over the years. Sometimes the people we once leaned on grow distant, distracted, or are struggling with their own lives. And sometimes there's simply no one left. But here's the truth no one tells you. You do not need to rely on family to thrive in your later years. In fact, putting all your hope into family support while ignoring the many other sources of strength available to you can actually limit your independence, shrink your world, and make you feel more isolated when things don't go according to plan. Now, that's not to say family isn't important. It absolutely is. But it's just one part of the picture, not the whole canvas. And as you age, you deserve a support system that's diverse, reliable, and empowering. Whether or not your children call every week or your grandkids remember your birthday. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful non-family support pillars that will carry you through this season of life. These aren't abstract ideas or wishful thinking. These are real, accessible support systems that thousands of older adults around the world use every single day to live full, independent, connected lives. Before we get into those 5 pillars, it's important to understand why expanding your sources of support is so life-changing. First, it gives you back control. When your world depends entirely on a small circle, like a spouse or a single adult child, your options shrink. But when you widen that circle, you gain choice, freedom, and the ability to design your own life on your own terms. Second, it protects your mental health. Research consistently shows that older adults with multiple sources of support, social, professional, emotional, report higher levels of well-being, lower depression rates, and longer lifespans. Think of it like a chair. The more legs it has, the more stable it is. And finally, it ensures continuity. If one leg of support breaks, a friend moves away, a caregiver retires, you've got others to lean on. That's not just practical, it's peace of mind. So if you're watching this thinking, but I don't know anyone nearby, or I'm not great with technology, or even I've always been independent, I don't like asking for help, you're not alone. Many people feel this way, but support doesn't mean weakness. It means strength through connection. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear path toward building a powerful, reliable support network. One that you choose that fits your life and that you can trust to catch you when you stumble, cheer you when you rise, and walk beside you as you move forward, because you deserve that. Not out of pity, not out of obligation, but because your life still matters, and support is how we make sure it stays rich, meaningful, and yours to live fully. Let's begin with Pillar 1, the most accessible and most powerful of all: community groups and social circles. There is a quiet but powerful truth about aging well. You need people who see you, not just people who wave politely at the grocery store or say, "How are you?" without waiting for an answer. You need real faces, real laughs, real names in your phone you can call just to say, "Want to grab a coffee?" That's where community groups and social circles come in. They're the bedrock of emotional health in your golden years, and they don't require a family tree to grow. Too often, older adults withdraw from social life after retirement or loss. Friendships fade, daily routines shrink, and before long, the walls feel closer, the silence louder. But here's the good news. Community doesn't vanish. It just changes form. Across the country and around the world, there are vibrant, welcoming spaces built specifically to reconnect people in this season of life. These aren't pity parties. They're communities of equals, people with stories, skills, wisdom, and the desire to share them. Let's break this down into 3 types of social circles that can transform your daily life. 1. Interest-based groups. These are gatherings formed around what you love, not who you live with. Book clubs, bridge nights, choirs, gardening groups, writing workshops, you name it. Local libraries, senior centers, and community halls often host these for free or very little cost. And the best part? You meet people who already share something with you. Don't underestimate the power of common ground. You don't need to share your life story on day one. Just a smile and a shared interest. 2. Faith and spiritual communities. Whether you attend weekly service or just appreciate the values, faith-based communities are among the most supportive environments for older adults. Churches, temples, mosques, and meditation centers offer far more than prayer. They offer presence. Many organize volunteer groups, meal delivery, senior outings, even transportation assistance. And unlike some social spaces, religious communities often emphasize intergenerational bonding, offering a chance to mentor younger people or simply feel remembered. 3. Senior clubs and day programs. These are like third places for seniors, not home, not a hospital, but something better. A clubhouse for grown-ups who still want to laugh, learn, and live. From dancing to chair yoga to technology classes, these clubs help you stay mentally and physically active. You're not just passing time. You're building friendships with people who understand this phase of life. That's powerful. And for those who don't drive or live rurally, many community centers now offer transportation or even virtual options. You might be thinking, that sounds great, but I wouldn't know what to say. I've never been the social type. That's okay. You don't need to be the life of the party. You just need to show up once. Because the hardest part of building a circle isn't conversation, it's commitment. And the easiest way to do that is to find something you look forward to each week. Ask yourself, what did I used to enjoy that I've stopped doing? What have I always wanted to try but never made time for? What would I do if I wasn't worried what anyone thought? Then make one call, attend one meeting, say yes to one invitation, and let momentum do the rest. Because in a world where loneliness can quietly chip away at your health, social connection isn't just nice, it's necessary. And unlike family, it's something you can build yourself at your own pace, with your own rules. In the next section, we'll explore a support system most people overlook until it's too late: your professional network. This is where you protect your health, your finances, and your future with experts you choose and trust you control. You wouldn't build a house without an architect. You wouldn't sail across the ocean without a compass. So why go through the later years of life without a team of professionals guiding you? Too often, older adults avoid seeking professional help until something goes wrong. A health scare, a sudden fall, a confusing financial decision. And by then, stress has already set in. But there's a better way. Think of your professional support network as your life infrastructure. Quiet, reliable, often invisible, until you need it. And unlike family, these relationships are built on training, trust, and clear expectations. More importantly, you're the client. You're in control. Let's break down the 4 professionals every older adult should have in their corner, and why each one plays a critical role in your independence and peace of mind. 1. Primary care physician, PCP, and specialists. This is your front line of defense against preventable illness and decline. You don't just need a doctor. You need a partner who listens to you, tracks your health history, and helps you make informed decisions. Don't settle for a rushed clinic visit once a year. Build a relationship with a doctor who treats you like a person, not a chart. Ask questions. Share concerns. If you're seeing multiple specialists, ask your PCP to help coordinate care so you're not juggling medications or conflicting advice. Pro tip, schedule a comprehensive checkup annually. Ask about screenings, bone health, memory tests, and vaccinations. It's not paranoia, it's prevention. 2. Financial advisor or retirement planner. Money isn't just numbers, it's freedom, it's choices. And in retirement, it's essential to have someone help you manage what you've earned, so you can enjoy it without fear. A good financial advisor helps you budget realistically for a longer life, reviews investments and savings with your goals in mind, alerts you to potential scams or risky moves, ensures you're not missing benefits or tax breaks. Even if you don't have a huge portfolio, a consultation with a retirement planner can uncover smarter ways to stretch what you have. And unlike asking your kids about money, there's no awkwardness, just professional clarity. 3. Elder law attorney. This might be the most overlooked yet most powerful ally in your later years. An elder law attorney specializes in legal matters that affect aging adults: wills, power of attorney, long-term care planning, and protecting assets. Think of it this way: a 30-minute consultation today can prevent a years-long headache tomorrow. They'll help ensure your wishes are documented before they're needed, because legal clarity gives you something most people don't talk about: dignity. 4th, geriatric care manager. Not everyone has heard of this role, but it's a game changer. A geriatric care manager is like a personal coach for aging. They assess your needs, recommend resources, coordinate care, and advocate for your well-being. This is especially helpful if your health becomes more complex, or you're navigating senior housing or in-home support options. You can hire them temporarily during transitions or long-term as a point person. Together, these professionals form a safety net, not reactive, proactive. And the best part? Unlike family, there are no guilt trips, no blurred lines, just experienced people doing their job to serve you. So if you've ever thought, I don't want to be a burden, or I'm fine on my own, consider this. A strong professional network means you don't have to rely on just one person. It means freedom, backed by expertise. In the next section, we'll explore how giving support can be just as powerful as receiving it. Because one of the most overlooked sources of strength in later life is purpose. We'll show how volunteering and purposeful work can heal, empower, and reignite your spark, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. There comes a moment in life, not tied to any age, when you stop asking, what do I have to do today? And start asking, what am I still here for? It's one of the most powerful and vulnerable questions a person can face, and in later years, it can quietly gnaw at your spirit if left unanswered. But here's the truth. You don't age out of purpose. If anything, you become more qualified for it, more seasoned, more needed. And one of the greatest support systems available to older adults isn't someone doing something for you. It's something you do for others. Let's talk about volunteerism and purposeful work, because they aren't just acts of kindness. They are anchors of identity, antidotes to loneliness, and some of the best medicine for the soul that modern science can't bottle. The psychology of purpose. Multiple studies from Harvard, Stanford, and the National Institute on Aging all agree. Older adults who engage in purposeful activity, especially giving back, have better cognitive function, lower rates of depression, and even increased longevity. Why? Because helping others triggers feelings of value and connection. And those two things are essential to mental health at any age, but especially in retirement, when routines change and social roles dissolve. Volunteer opportunities for seniors. The beauty of volunteering later in life is that it can be molded to fit your energy, skills, and time. Here are just a few ways seniors across the globe are making a difference and finding deep fulfillment doing it. Hospitals and clinics, greeting visitors, delivering flowers, or simply providing companionship to patients. Literacy programs, helping children or fellow adults learn to read, sharing both language and life stories. Animal shelters, walking dogs, cuddling kittens, and supporting animal welfare in a very hands-on way. Museums, libraries, and parks, acting as docents, guides, or caretakers of local culture and history. Food banks or meal deliveries, packing bags, distributing food, or delivering meals to others in need, sometimes peers. Telephone reassurance programs, just calling other seniors to check in and chat. You don't need a car, just kindness. Many of these programs even offer orientation, transport, or special training for older volunteers. You're not expected to jump in as an expert, you just need a heart willing to show up. What about paid purpose? Not all purposeful work is unpaid. Many older adults find satisfaction and supplemental income through part-time work that aligns with their skills and passions. Think, tutoring students in a subject you once loved, consulting in your former industry, working as a part-time tour guide, receptionist, or even helping small businesses with customer service. The goal here isn't the paycheck, it's the participation, staying engaged, feeling useful, being seen, and yes, the extra income doesn't hurt either. Purpose without exhaustion. Here's what it's not about: running yourself ragged, saying yes to everything, or trying to earn your place in the world. It's about choosing one thing, just one, that gives you a sense of contribution, then building a little ritual around it. Maybe it's Tuesday mornings, or one Sunday a month, or just a phone call a week. What matters is intentionality, because when you get up in the morning and know that someone is counting on you or that something you're doing matters, it shifts everything. Your posture, your pace, your peace. That's real support, and it doesn't cost a dime. In the next section, we'll explore a support system you can carry in your pocket, digital tools and online communities. Even if you're not tech savvy, you'll see how a little knowledge can open up a big world of connection, learning, and security. Let's be honest. Technology can feel overwhelming, even intimidating. The endless updates, the unfamiliar icons, the strange language of apps and notifications. It's easy to shrug and say, that's for the younger generation. But here's a secret. You don't have to be tech savvy to be tech empowered. Because in the digital age, your phone or computer isn't just a device. It's a lifeline, a portal to connection, safety, learning, and independence. And once you learn how to use just a few key tools, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Let's break down the most important ways technology can become your fourth pillar of support, even if you've never used it beyond making a phone call. 1. Staying connected without waiting for visits. You no longer have to wait for someone to drop by to see a familiar face or hear a caring voice. Video calls like Zoom, FaceTime, or Skype let you see friends or join virtual events from the comfort of home. Group chats and messaging apps like WhatsApp or Line keep you in the loop, whether it's your church group, book club, or former coworkers. One tap, and you're back in conversation. No long-distance charges, no schedule battles, just connection on your terms. 2. Online communities and peer support. There are entire digital spaces designed for older adults, places where people your age gather to share advice, encouragement, jokes, and stories. Facebook groups for seniors are full of book lovers, travel enthusiasts, hobbyists, and caregivers. Reddit and forums like Senior Forums or Aging Care provide anonymous, supportive discussions on everything from health to housing. Many retirement websites now offer built-in discussion boards and live events. You're not alone in your questions, fears, or dreams. Someone else out there feels exactly like you do and wants to talk. 3. Safety, health, and convenience. Tools Tech isn't just social, it's practical. Medication reminders and health tracking apps help you stay on top of your well-being. Telehealth lets you speak to doctors without the stress of travel. Ride services like Uber or Lyft, yes, they have senior-friendly versions, can get you where you need to go without relying on friends or family. Grocery delivery apps can bring fresh food right to your door, even from your favorite local store. And if you're worried about fraud or identity theft, there are senior-focused services to monitor your credit, flag scams, and walk you through suspicious messages before you click anything. 4. Learning new skills at your own pace. Maybe you've always wanted to learn photography, speak a new language, or just understand how to use email properly. YouTube has thousands of step-by-step tutorials made just for seniors. Websites like Get Set Up, Skillshare, and AARP's Tech Guides walk you through everything from the basics to advanced tips. No judgment, no rush. You don't need to become a tech wizard. You just need to learn a few tools that work for you. And if you're afraid of making mistakes, that's part of learning. The key is to start simple and start somewhere, overcoming the fear of being too old for this. Here's what no one tells you. Many people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s have become more connected and confident thanks to technology, not less. They attend online church when they can't leave the house. They join virtual yoga classes. They play chess with grandkids across the country. They find love again. They start blogs. They reclaim their voice. And they all had to begin at the beginning. So if you're feeling left behind, don't retreat. Reach out. Ask a friend to show you. Visit your library's tech help session. Look for a digital buddy program at your local senior center. Because the internet isn't just a tool. It's a new kind of neighborhood, and you belong in it just as much as anyone else. In the final pillar, we'll explore the deepest kind of support, peer companionship, and chosen family. The people you walk life with, not because you share blood, but because you share values, stories, and time. Blood may be thicker than water, but connection is thicker than obligation. For many older adults, especially those without nearby relatives or those estranged from family, the idea of building deep relationships outside the family tree can feel uncomfortable, even disloyal. But here's the truth that liberates so many in their golden years. You can choose your family, the people who check in on you, who laugh with you, who invite you to dinner on a Tuesday night just because. These are the relationships that nourish your soul, even if your DNA doesn't match. This fifth and final pillar, peer companionship and chosen family, might be the most emotionally fulfilling support system of them all. The power of peer bonds. When you're young, friendships are effortless. School, work, sports, built-in environments that bring people together. But in later life, it takes intention. And yet, when it happens, it's even more meaningful. Why? Because now you're choosing people not because you have to, but because you want to. These peer bonds can take many forms. A neighbor you chat with during evening walks, a friend from yoga or the community center who becomes your coffee buddy, a small group from church that starts meeting for dinners, a roommate or housemate in shared senior living who becomes your confidant. These relationships don't have to be dramatic or daily. They just have to be mutual, based on respect, presence, and shared experience. The rise of chosen family and senior living across the globe, more and more older adults are forming chosen families in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Whether it's through co-housing arrangements, intentional communities, or simply deep friendship groups, people are rewriting what family means in retirement. They vacation together, share bills, support one another through surgeries, losses, and birthdays. They show up, not because they have to, but because they get to. And for those worried about being a burden, chosen family changes everything. Because the support is reciprocal, shared, balanced. You lift each other. What it looks like in practice. Let's say you meet someone in your book club. Over time, you start swapping meals once a week. Eventually, you become each other's emergency contact. That's support. Or maybe you and two neighbors agree to check in on each other with a quick phone call every morning. That's safety and peace of mind. Or perhaps you find yourself invited to a weekly game night with others who've all lost their spouses. That's community. That's healing. It doesn't need a label. It just needs time and trust. If you're starting from scratch, you might be thinking, that sounds wonderful, but I don't know anyone like that. You're not alone. Many seniors feel this way at first, but relationships don't start big. They start small. Here's a simple path. Say yes to more invitations, even if they're outside your comfort zone. Invite someone out for coffee or a walk, even if you've only spoken once. Be consistent. Familiarity builds trust. Be honest about your desire for connection. You'd be surprised how many people feel the same. And most importantly, remember, it's never too late to let someone into your life. Not for company, not for support, but for companionship. The kind that keeps your days rich with meaning. Because the secret to thriving in your later years isn't waiting for others to care for you. It's choosing to build the life you deserve with intention and courage.